All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Actual Anime Podcast. Podcast where we talk about anime, manga, video games, and everything in between. I'm your host, Stefan. I got GKG over here.
Yo, how's everybody doing? Another episode. Happy Sunday. Let's go ahead and get started.
We have an amazing guest. Melly Mel, Annie Mel. What's good
That's a
with
lot
you?
of hype, man. That's a lot of hype.
What's
I'm
good
good.
with you?
I'm good. I mean, like, I can't complain. Enjoying all the anime that's coming out right now, getting geared up for a heavy spring 2024. So things are good.
Nice. So anytime we have a guest on this podcast, we have to ask this question: what's your top 5 anime of all time?
In no particular order.
No particular order.
Okay, thank God, because I don't have a particular order.
Yeah.
So One Piece is definitely on that list.
Okay.
It's just a really good series, and it really got me back into anime. I would say additionally, Kaguya-sama: Love is War. I'm a big romance comedy person, and
Mhm.
that whole thing is just like it's a comedic, it's a rom-com masterpiece. I'll say that.
Yep.
Bleach, because that's kind of what got me to be an anime fan, despite all the fillers. Uh, Sailor Moon. There's just something about magical girls that I could never get rid of.
Mhm.
And the last one is probably gonna be Free Run. It's like a
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
it's
I
so
can tell from like your
good.
stories and stuff. Yep.
It's so good, and it's just like a beautiful masterpiece. It plays on so many feelings.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Free Run
true.
is good, bro. Free Run's going crazy. Going crazy,
It's one
man.
of them ones.
It's one of them
Yeah.
ones. I tried to say it. It's one of them ones, man. It's just different. It makes you
I
feel
remember
different.
you guys talking about it on one of your episodes, and I was like, "Huh, maybe I should check it out." And then I started watching it, and then it was episode after episode after episode after episode. And then by the time I hit episode, I think like 16, I was like, "Damn, this hits different."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't think it's not a particular genre. It's a little bit of everything. So
Yep.
I thought it was a slice of life, turned into an
Yeah.
action show,
Yeah.
turned into
Exactly.
a drama. I'm like,
Drama. Yep.
"Oh, okay. This
Yeah.
is dope."
Got a little
And
aspect
then
of everything.
they
Yeah.
insert like little romance subplots in there, here
Yeah,
and
Yep.
there.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, all
Yep.
right, they got a little bit of everything. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
And they're
dope.
super subtle with the romance. I like that. I
Yes.
really like that. Oh man. All right. So just another question for you. What got you into content creation?
What got me into content creation? That's a really good question. I used to create content before in
Mm-hmm.
like another space. And things just kind of hopped around to some point where I hit a milestone age in my life where I was like, damn, I feel like I'm not doing anything. And I was watching a lot of anime and in discussion with my husband and my best friend. They're like, oh, you really seem into anime right now. You're watching all sorts of stuff. Like, why don't you do something around that? And then I was like, cool, maybe let's do that. We have a ton of cameras at home. I'm just going to start filming.
Yep.
Nice. That's how it
Yep.
starts.
That's how it happens. I'm telling
That's
you.
how it starts.
We just started this off like, you know what? I could probably bullshit about some anime with the homies. We
Yeah,
did it.
facts.
A year later, year and some change later, here we are.
Oh no, that's great. Like it's just some random day, It's not like something
For
that's
sure.
lots of people talk about it where they're like, yeah, it's something that we've always tried to do. We always wanted to do. It was like planned out. And then for most people, it's like, yeah, I just picked up a camera one day and got a bike and I just started filming.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's legit
Yeah.
it's how it happens. That's how it happens, man. But all right. We're gonna get right into it, man. It's gonna be a big topic. This is a big topic. So let me give y'all some context. The same story I told y'all before. I was chilling, catching up on Free Run. And I was like, you know what? Some Yu Yu Hakusho sound real good right now. So I started watching it. And then I thought to myself, damn, I just switched the whole like decade. Why did I do that? There was something in my head that called me to do that. So the main topic that I got for y'all is what makes 90s anime so rewatchable. So we'll go through a few points on like old gen versus new gen, art style, storytelling, character design, and things like that. So what I want to start off with are what are your guys' reasons why 90s anime just feels so rewatchable and so welcoming and so inviting?
Hmm. I mean, that's a great question. I feel like I like had to think about that one for a little bit.
Same.
Yep,
Like number one definitely is nostalgia though.
for sure.
Like forever is nostalgic. Growing up in the 90s, you think about like just the simple times and it's so good.
Mhm,
And then I think a second one for me is probably like the uniqueness. Like at the time, everything just
Hmm.
felt very unique and new. And
mhm.
not that things aren't still new and unique today. It's just that you could kind of see where some stories got inspired from, right?
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Go
the
ahead.
no, for me, I would say it's the whole vibe. It's a 90s feel and 90s. So I'm a 97 baby. So I was at the tail end.
Oh,
But when I remember watching Adult Swim, it was unlike any other type of cartoon that I was watching. It had a more grownish, grown up type feel to it. And I'm like, okay, this isn't SpongeBob.
This
Or
ain't
okay,
SpongeBob.
this isn't uh this isn't really any of the cartoons that I'm used to.
Mhm.
Uh Dragon Ball Z, um, and Yu Yu Hakusho, those were definitely shows where it had some grownish themes to it,
yeah.
and the 90s vibe was there with the outfits, the just the way the characters look, and again, how you said with the distinctions of the different shows. Um, yeah, no show was the same.
Yep,
Every
Yeah.
show was different. So I just feel like that 90s vibe, I love it. And I still
yep.
Yeah.
go back and listen to 90s stuff. Like it'll never go away. That's a special decade for me.
Yep. 100%, bro. It's gotta be like vibes. And I like how you mentioned like how the characters looked. Cause not gonna lie, some 90s shows, hey, them characters had them fits. They
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
they had that shit on. Yusuke,
Yeah.
he had that shit on, bro. So all I'm saying is they could dress. They could dress back then. But
It felt like
yeah,
it was almost futuristic back then, like way ahead of
yeah.
its
Yes.
time. The
Oh,
art
for sure.
style was like so unique and different. Maybe because things were like just more hand drawn. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. I don't know enough about the art style, but the art style of the 90s is so like specific.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. Cause it was like I think most, if not all, of 90s anime was pretty much like you'd sit at a desk and just sketch away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little cellophane, put it over, make sure it fits. Okay. Yep. Yep,
exactly.
that fits. And now we've moved into an age where everything is 3D or CGI, or people are using like digital art, like Procreate on the iPad, just sketch it out, line it up, make it look good. But I feel
Mhm.
like the 90s vibe of everything being hand drawn, and which is what I love about that era too. It's the visual storytelling that they had to learn to work with because they didn't have amazing animation quality like we do with JJK and Demon Slayer today. They had to focus on the more subtle aspects of like showing character development, character growth, and things like that, or just overall vibe. Like if you watch a 90s anime, like Inuyasha, for example, like the character's face structure, or the characters, like when they
Yeah.
hear something, they'll react a certain way. And you'll visibly see like frustration, like their brow will kind of do the thing it does, or like
Do
their
the
eyes will
thing.
start yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fumble the word and then get clipped,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, do that thing it does when it gets frustrated. But damn, let's do my point off.
My bad.
you you
Sorry.
good, bro. But no. It like their eyes would sparkle a certain way when they get like excited about something. It's just the general overall vibe of like
Mhm.
90s characters and visual storytelling that I feel like always brings me back to watching it, because I feel like it's just so comforting, just so like, damn, they really did what they need to do with these shows, man. So
Yeah. The
it was
storytelling, I think, is also like so keen. Sometimes
mhm,
you just watch stuff today and it's like, oh, where's the story? Where's the plot? And I love
yeah,
how the meme always is like, I'm watching for the plot, and then it's screenshots of just
facts.
characters.
Yep.
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 This is
For
facts.
sure. That's facts, man. But yeah, it's just I don't know, it's just something. It's just something. I don't know if it's like the energy of 90s anime or the vibe or the aesthetic or just like a mix of everything. But that's
Yeah.
always what calls me back to 90s anime. And I promise you, no matter what anime comes out, I will still find myself going back and rewatching Dragon Ball Z or rewatching some Studio Ghibli watching maybe some Sailor Moon, Inuyasha, Bobo, like a lot.
I
of stuff.
Damn, that
completely
was in the
forgot
90s?
about that. Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
Oh,
completely
wow.
forgot about that. That thing was crazy. What I was looking up something the other day. I was like, man, I forgot Zatch Bell used to be on TV.
Zatch Bell,
Yo, Zatch Bell was my
Yeah.
show.
That was a
Golly.
good one. And then
Mhm.
I saw recently that they're coming out with another Prince of Tennis movie, and I was like, oh, I remember watching Prince of Tennis. I don't
Yep.
remember how that ended, but
Yep.
I remember watching that on Toonami when I was like
Yep.
7 or 8.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, in the 90s, again, it just had a more when you look back at some scenes and some shows, it gives you like a grownish type of feel to where
Mhm.
these aren't your regular type of animation shows that you're used to. Um Again, like I said before, it's the themes
Yep.
and what they were portraying with Yusuke and Dragon Ball Z, and you had people dying, and it was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, this is different. Am I
Mhm.
supposed to be watching this at night?
Yeah,
But okay,
possibly.
Oh
cool.
my god. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
question I always used to ask myself. I'm like, should I be watching this? Maybe this is not appropriate for my age.
Facts.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like super late at night, and it's Toonami or Adult Swim, and they're
Yeah.
showing like the more grownish type of shows, and it's like, oh,
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be
I don't
watching
know if I'm
this,
supposed to be
but
watching this.
this
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
kind of
I'm telling
dope.
you, bro. Like I used to
It's
remember, like I'd be watching cartoons, and then it would go into the like Adult Swim is for mature audiences only. I'd be like, I'm
Yep,
mature.
yes, it was
I'm
that
mature.
part. It was like, how old am I?
Yeah,
Maybe
like
Yep.
I could watch
how mature
this.
are we talking? Because I feel like I can watch this. And then Toonami would come on, and I'd see all the clips of like Dragon Ball and One Piece and Naruto. And I'm pretty sure the first episode of like an actual anime that I watched, I'm pretty sure it was One Piece. It was Dragon Ball after that, but it
Really?
was One Piece. Yeah, it was Thriller Bark. I remember the
Hmm.
exact moment. It was when he met Brooke for the first time. And
Wow. Holy crap.
I had no idea. I was like, what is this, bro? Because obviously One Piece is a real goofy show. So I was like,
Yeah.
what is this? And then I tried to watch Tsunami again, and it was the episode where like Goku was stepping off the spaceship, standing on Namek. I was like, hold on, bro. Hold on, what is
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
And I was hooked ever since. I was hooked
Oh,
ever since.
wow. That's crazy. I definitely
Hmm.
feel like my very first anime was Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
And then like Dragon Ball definitely. I actually remember a time that Dragon Ball was airing on TV. I don't
Yep.
know if I'm giving away how old I am too, but I used to watch Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z.
Hmm.
So those were
Okay,
like the very first ones that I was watching.
Hmm. Yeah.
gotcha.
It's, dang, it's crazy. I never really got into Naruto when I was a kid, bro. Like
Really?
I never did. Yeah, I
What year
never
did
did.
Naruto come out? I feel like Naruto came out like what in 2004?
So,
Around
not
there?
in Japan, I think it came around that time, yeah, but when it came to the US, when it
It
first
was
aired on Toonami, this was
yeah,
2007. I remember it vividly. It
yeah,
was 2007.
damn, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You're right. You're
Mhm.
right.
In 2007, I was already in high school, so that was, like, a different thing
Okay.
for me. I was
Yep.
already well into anime. Most of my high school friends were actually really into anime. I had that really unique upbringing where actually all my friends were into anime. So we were talking about Bleach, we were talking
Interesting.
about
Oh, that's different.
Naruto.
Cause
Yes.
my
Yeah,
school, you
back
get
then it was
bodied for being an
different.
anime fan. You would get
Exactly,
bodied. They'd be like, "Oh,
exactly,
Yeah.
what you
right?
like Dragon Ball? I should beat your ass." I'd be like, whoa now, whoa now,
Yeah.
relax."
I would say that my most of my friend circle, like, we all watched anime, like, my girlfriends, my guy friends, we
That's
had,
dope.
like,
Man, that's
various
super
anime that we were
cool.
into. So, like, you talking about Naruto, I was like, "Yeah, I remember watching Naruto." Like, we were in calculus class talking about Naruto.
Dang,
Mhm.
dang, that's crazy. That's super cool that like your entire friend group liked anime. I think out of my friend group growing up, I'm pretty sure it was me and like another person that liked anime. But like other than that, I think we were the only really people that like fuck with it. Not in the whole school, obviously, but in our little circle of friends, we was the only people that fuck with it. We'd
Right.
be
That's
having
the
like
experience
secret
that I hear
combos
from
and shit.
people.
Like, hey, you see that new Dragon
Yep.
Ball? Yeah, bro, keep it down. Okay, got you.
Yeah, keep it down.
Yeah,
It's
the
exclusive.
bully's listening.
Yo,
Yeah, it's exclusive.
I'm not gonna lie, people actively ran in the hallways as, like, how they do in
Yeah,
Naruto.
the
They
little
actively
Naruto
ran
run.
like that. In
Yeah.
middle school, no one was hiding it. People ran like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
For
I
sure.
get yeah, it was
Honestly, if
definitely a
I
thing.
yeah, if I did see a dude Naruto running, I'd probably be like, damn, bro. Like, got some grass right there. You can touch it if you want. But
Yep.
dang, man, yeah, Naruto was that was the time. I honestly like people ask me like, oh, like Naruto's not in your top 5 or anything like that, and I'm like, nah. I just feel like it's I feel like I missed the initial wave for it because when I like kind of got into Naruto, I think it was like later, way later down the line when I actually
Mhm.
got into Naruto. So I was like,
Okay.
it's
That
okay.
was my case for One Piece. So, like, I
Yeah.
watched Naruto and Bleach at the same time while they were airing. I think I watched Bleach was definitely the first one for me. I was probably like 11 or 12 when I started
Mhm.
watching Bleach,
Mhm.
but Bleach was like the wave. Then it was Naruto. I don't know what it was about Naruto. Like, Naruto just felt very gimmicky at times that I
Yeah.
just couldn't like
Interesting.
connect with it, you
Yeah.
know? And then I think it just got overhyped by a lot of people that I was like, I'm not as connected to this anime as other people are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Man,
that's
I
that's
was
another thing. People overhyping animes. It's like, okay, let's just settle
I
down.
was I was there when Naruto dropped. I was like, "Yo, I don't know who these ninjas are, but I wanna be him. I wanna be
Yep.
that dude in the
Yep.
orange sweatsuit. I
Hmm.
need that."
Yeah.
But yeah, 2007, I remember it vividly.
Dang, man. That's
I can't that
man.
sounds like a long time ago, but realistically, it's not that long ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, it's
it's
not.
crazy when you really think about it.
It's really not, bro. That's insane. All right. So next question I got for y'all before we start like ranting about like old high school memories and stuff like that. Is there anything you think 90s anime does better over new gen anime or vice versa?
Mm, I mean, I think we really touched upon it, and it's kind of like the storytelling.
Hmm.
Also, I've noticed significantly with 90s anime versus anime today, there are like less characters with the exclusion of like One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. I feel like they were the start of creating tons and tons and tons of characters.
Yeah.
But like Sailor Moon doesn't have like a ton of characters. Yu Yu Hakusho doesn't have like a ton of characters.
Hmm.
Trigun and Cowboy Bebop doesn't have like a ton of characters. They tend to keep like their character cast centralized and small so that they can
Hmm.
focus on the character and the storytelling,
Yep.
which
This
I
is
think
true.
like gives way to like connect more with the anime or like understand the themes and
Yeah.
the depths of characters a little bit more.
Yep. 100%. It's like with some anime, it's like if there's pretty much 30 main characters, how am I going to connect with one? How am I going to connect with one? Like you
I
introduce a
know.
new character every 3 episodes, and I'm supposed to just, yep, you're my guy. Oh, 3 episodes later, oh, you're my guy too. It's just I don't know.
Yeah,
Older anime definitely had their focused cast. So like you were saying, they could definitely spend more time on like development and things like that, character development, the visual storytelling aspect, like we were talking about earlier. It's just different. Just different. As far as like visual
Mhm.
storytelling goes, though, I got to get at to 90s anime. I got to. It's just the detail that they put into their drawings, and even not even the characters, like the environments that are in
Mm.
some 90s anime. Like if you really look at the art style and like the design choices of some of the environments in like Yu Yu Hakusho or like Cowboy Bebop or like anything, like bro, seeing Planet Namek for the first time in Dragon Ball Z, just the lush trees flowing and the water flowing. Oh, it's like
Actually, yes. That
a
was very interesting for its time.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of work got put into this like visual storytelling because again, they didn't have the pretty flashy visuals that we have now to like carry everything. They had to display what they had to display with like a lot less. So
Exactly. Yeah,
visual
that's true.
storytelling was crazy in the 90s. It was crazy. Even Inuyasha. I keep bringing up Inuyasha because I
I love
love
Inuyasha a
every
lot.
set piece in Inuyasha. I'm telling you, the characters had the fits. The main characters, I just like their morals and their dilemmas. You could feel it. It was just so
Yeah.
like, man, I might have to make an Inuyasha episode or something. Cause
You know
Inuyasha is iconic though. It is really
yeah,
iconic. Like it was part of that Adult Swim Toonami thing, and
Yep.
it
hmm,
was I don't, it's not the first, but like aside from Sailor Moon, it was kind of the first ish where the main characters are like these empowered women where
yep,
like that's why I also gravitate to Inuyasha a lot. Anime from the 90s that I've rewatched always have female characters that I can relate to and that I
hmm,
feel like, aren't just like some side piece or something like that.
Yep.
Not
100%.
side piece in that sense, but you get what
Yeah,
I mean.
for sure.
But yeah,
100%.
it's Inuyasha had that. Like Kagome was a very solid character. She was not down for Inuyasha and his Kikyo bull.
Hmm.
Sango was also like, Morocco, you got to get your ish together, bro. Like, stop with this lechery stuff.
Facts.
So, like, Inuyasha just was so captivating in so many ways, just from the way that they built their characters. But yes, the visuals too, the world building that they had, and then going back between worlds, that tunnel.
Yep. The world building, I'm telling you, the world building in 90s anime is so crazy, bro. Like, so crazy. Go ahead, Ellis. I know you want to say something. I see
I
it.
have a confession.
Oh, fuck.
I only seen 20 episodes of Inuyasha.
I
I need to
mean,
catch up.
Okay. I thought you were going
that's
to be like, I've
okay.
never seen a Inuyasha.
Okay,
Then I was
no,
going
I
no,
to be
mean,
like,
I've seen it. I've seen it.
okay.
I just need to catch up.
I
I
mean,
just haven't seen much
that's
of it.
okay though, because
That's fine.
Inuyasha was kind of funny. Like, and I don't know if this was because of the time. Things kind of like blipped in and out on Toonami and Adult Swim, just because I think like they had to dub
Yeah,
it,
Mhm.
they had to catch up, and then sometimes because I didn't understand the way of the business back then, I'd just be like, "What
Yeah.
happened? Did we just end it here? Is it
right.
done?"
Facts. Hmm.
Yep. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Like I can literally go and watch this. I just never got around to it,
Really?
and I stopped at like episode 20. But
I
I
mean,
know
Damn.
how much of a iconic show this is, so
it
I
is.
get it.
For
Look,
sure.
full confession, I didn't watch Trigun until like two years ago. There's so many 90s shows that
Ooh,
like I
okay.
could
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
I didn't like see at the time, or I
Mhm.
completely missed. And it was
Yeah.
like, and because they were coming out with Trigun Stampede, I was like, all right, let me watch like Trigun to understand, if this is gonna be like a extension, a connection, if it's gonna be
Mhm.
Yep.
built differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Trigun is like that. But yeah, as far as like 90s versus current anime, I feel like the 90s anime was more on a consistent basis when it came to like animation style. So
Mhm.
you get that hand drawn, it everything still looks flawless.
Yep.
But when you get these modern type of anime, you can definitely tell from certain episodes, okay, maybe the artist or maybe the production wasn't in this episode like it was in the last episode.
Yeah.
Good example, Dragon Ball Super.
Mhm.
I'm watching Super. One
Mhm.
of the fight scenes was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you go compare it to Dragon Ball Z with certain fight scenes, it's like, okay, it's been the same ever since,
Mhm.
but
Hmm.
the production just wasn't up to certain episodes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in between, but yeah, they were more on a consistent basis when it came out to the production and art style.
For
Um,
sure.
some were
And
lacking in other places. But yeah,
I think it's wild that you
consistency.
bring up like Dragon Ball Super because that's definitely a conversation that people have is that the animation in Super is just like, please bring back that old 90s Z style and just put it all over, just slap it all over Super, bro. Slap
Uh,
it all over Super. I
I'm
see that everywhere.
I honestly couldn't get into Super because it just got out of control for me. I was like,
Hmm.
I love
Mm,
Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball Z, the story. And then the whole GT thing happened. And like, I know Toriyama wasn't part of the storytelling for that,
mhm.
but I was like,
Yeah.
at that point, I got disconnected from it. Funny enough, I saw GT in two different languages, English and Portuguese. And both times I was like, yeah, this is a no.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't know Goku's Ultra Instinct and all that other stuff.
I've
Or
seen
you've
all the
seen it.
clips and I've
Yeah.
seen
She's
people
probably
like
seen
talk
it.
about it. I've seen it everywhere. Like my husband reads the manga and he watches
Mhm.
it
Okay.
and he was trying to get me to watch it and I was like, "Nah, I'm good,
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna live in my 90s elite era with
Yep.
Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball
That's
Z."
fair.
Yep. For
That's
sure.
fair.
Like I'm telling you, like I was a Dragon Ball fan, bro. And it's always interesting when I hear like the perspective of like Super and like Dragon Ball now from like people who legit just didn't grow up watching Dragon Ball. They're not like a diehard fan like I am. Cause I'll be like, damn, did you see that new form they got? And I'd be like, the fifth,
That's
sixth new
crazy.
form that they got. That's crazy, bro. And I'll be like, what you mean, bro? I'm like,
I
I don't
And
know.
mean,
that's funny that you say that. Oh, sorry to cut you off. You had said
no, go
something.
ahead.
That's funny that you say that because I had another point, like how we said in the beginning, the characters were distinct. The shows
Hmm.
were very distinct. a lot of these shows now, they look the same, and this character, you can tell from a certain character, oh, he looks like what's his face, or he looks
Yeah.
like, oh, she looks like
I'm
that
not gonna lie,
person.
I do that shit a lot, bro. If I'm watching
Yeah,
like a
Mhm.
newer show, I'll be like, damn, they remind me of so and so. They remind me of so and so. With like
yeah.
90s anime, I would watch it and be like, oh no,
If you
It's
that's
if you
unique.
him.
Yeah.
watch if you watch Cowboy Bebop and you see what Faye looks like, you can't copy what she looks like.
You can't.
That's Faye
You
Valentine.
can't.
You
Yep.
can't do
Yeah.
that.
You
You can't
cannot.
copy Bulma. You can't copy these Yusuke. Like
Mhm.
they are very distinct, and those are characters that you just can't. I mean, obviously you can take a little piece of traits from them, but like as far
Yeah.
as
Copying the
the
whole
whole
look and
character,
whole
It's
the
style.
whole
hard.
look,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I mean, like you even speak to that, it even makes it more memorable because they're so distinct. Like if you watch a whole host of anime, if
Yeah.
you put up like 90s characters against a bunch of like, I'm going to say 20 mid 2010s to 2020
Mhm.
characters,
mhm,
you will easily forget most of the names of characters today that are animated versus
yes,
characters from back then just because you can associate their name so much better with their character design and their
Yep.
image.
Yep.
yes. Like
100%, bro.
how many times have we said, "Oh, this dude's about to go Super Saiyan because he's got the glowing aura
Facts. He's
or he's
got a
got the
glowing
yellow hair," and it's
aura.
like,
Yeah.
we
Yes.
know where you got that from. So,
We
Yeah.
see you. We see you.
yeah.
We definitely see it. Dang. It's just wild. Like there's so much Akira Toriyama, man. I shout out to him, bro, because just his legacy that he left, like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but like a lot of shows copy off Dragon Ball and like all the 90s shows that came back. Like, it's the influence that Akira Toriyama and like all the 90s anime had. Like, I think even Jordan Peele put in like a scene from Akira, the motorcycle scene in his movies.
Oh, I heard
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. He was like, dude, 90s anime, it's like, it's just such a vibe. Like, I want to be able to
Mhm.
portray the things that I like into my movies. So Akira or like Michael B. Jordan with Creed 3, how he pretty much like based his entire fight off Goku versus Frieza. Like 90s anime it's timeless. Yeah.
Really? He did?
Yeah. Like slow-mo
Holy
shots
crap.
and everything, gut punch and everything.
Wow.
Mhm.
Like
Like
I knew he was like I know he's a like big anime head, like no doubt, but I didn't realize like that was based off.
yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
All
people
right
like
then.
critique the fuck out of his anime list and his beginner anime list, which
I
that's a whole
mean,
different thing.
I don't even want to talk about celebrities and their anime list just because
Facts, 'cause
it's a whole other thing, you know what I mean? Like it's one thing to be
yeah.
like a casual anime viewer, and I don't think
Mhm.
there's anything wrong with the list of what people like, but I think
Mhm.
like there are different groups of like anime fans, and I think like
Yes.
us right now in this room right now are just a
Yeah.
different level. So
We're
when we see like
definitely different level.
yeah,
Dang, bro. I just think telling somebody to start off watching One Piece should be a crime, bro. It's like I just
I
think
agree with you.
that should be criminal.
Yeah.
That should
I agree
100%
with
be
you.
criminal. I'm telling you, like I think it was either you or somebody else, but somebody was like, bro, watch One Piece. And I was like, okay, like when do I just start episode 1 to 1900 something? They're like, yeah, trust me, it gets good around episode 400. Episode 400. Really?
I mean,
They're
I
like,
would
yeah,
never recommend to anybody. People will ask me like, "Hey, should I watch One Piece?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, if you've seen other anime and you got ample
Yeah.
time. And if
yeah.
you do have ample time, I'm gonna give you a regimen cuz when you watch One Piece, you need a regimen. You can't
Oh
just
yeah.
casually watch
No,
it.
no, no, no. You can't just come home and throw it up on the big screen and sit and chill.
No,
You gotta
absolutely not.
lock in watching that.
It's
Yes.
dedication. It's like do it in the wintertime, do it when you don't
Yeah,
gotta go outside,
for sure.
do
Yep.
it maybe when you're single, or do it if your partner likes One Piece, because that's how I got into One Piece. My
Mm,
husband, then boyfriend, was like, "You should watch One Piece." We would have One Piece dates. That was the only way One Piece was happening.
Oh, that's dope.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah,
man.
One Piece is definitely a chore. I remember when I got my wisdom, teeth out, and I had to sit in bed for a good 2 weeks.
That's
I
the
was
time
like,
when you catch up.
"What
That's
is
the
this One
perfect
Piece show?"
time to catch up.
Yep,
100.
yep.
Dang, man. That's an investment, bro. I'm telling you. When I was trying to get caught up in One Piece, I was reading the manga and then like anything that looked cool, I'd watch it in the anime. But I'm telling you, if I didn't read the manga, I would not have gotten caught up to One Piece, bro. I
Mm,
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I mean,
It
that's
it
fair.
it is. I definitely think One Piece is one of them things you got to read, bro. Because holy fuck, like it's tough. It's tough. Got some crazy arcs in there though. Crazy arcs.
It does.
Crazy
You know,
arcs.
what's interesting about One Piece is obviously it was created in 97. It
Mhm.
aired in 99. It's still going. I think this year is the 25th anniversary for the anime.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So technically it's a 90s anime, but it's
It's
evolved
still
so much
going.
over time. Yes, but it's
Yeah.
also evolved so much over time. The animation has changed, but the world building is still the same.
Mhm.
The character developments, I would say it's still there. But I think One Piece's whole thing is the uniqueness and its world building
For
that
sure.
originates from that 90s concept.
Yep. And it's kind of crazy how One Piece can still stay so consistent with their world building aspects. Because realistically, I personally think we haven't seen all of One Piece yet. There's still a whole lot of islands that we need to see, bro. Because there's no way that entire universe is just done anytime soon. Anytime
Yeah.
soon. It's oh man. But
Shout
yeah.
out to Luffy. I got my little Gear 5 figurine right
Oh,
here.
that's
Yep.
dope. I like
Yep.
that.
Dang, shout out to Luffy, man. Another actually fire show from the 90s. Well, did it have a 90s version? Did Hunter x Hunter have like a older
Yes,
like
it
a
did.
90s version?
Yes,
Hey,
it did. Yes, it did.
hey man, my boy Killua, locked in. Locked in. I'm telling you, Hunter x Hunter was another show that like I forgot to talk about, but just that's one of the ones. When I think about like my favorite 90s like artistic scenes and stuff like that, I gotta think of like Hunter x Hunter and stuff like that. Because it's
Hunter x
just
Hunter has a very cool like visual aesthetic to it too.
mhm.
Now, do you like this animation of the 90s Hunter x Hunter or the 2011?
Okay, so me, I like the older one better.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the older one better. I watch both because
Right.
it's me.
Right.
But I found myself rewatching the older version better. And it's crazy when you like put them side by side because it's funny with like re-releases, like new gen re-releases and stuff like that. When you put like two scenes side by side and you actually see the old animation style versus the new animation style, and you can kind of compare like fluidity and like animation style choices and little changes. I'm like that. I definitely sat like, hmm, hmm,
You sound
I
like you're a
Interesting.
big art aficionado to some extent, like understanding
yeah.
like the character lines,
Yep.
how the
Yeah.
background composition is.
All the environmental choices and stuff like that, everything. I was like, dang, that pillar wasn't there in the old version. They put that there. They drew that. they
Oh
they drew
God.
that. Yeah. But Hunter x Hunter, I'm telling you, it's one of them. It's one of them shows, man. It's definitely one of them shows. Like as far as 90s anime art style goes, a lot of shows had it like locked in. There's some
Mhm.
shows that like had that style like locked the fuck in. Like I'm gonna say it again, Inuyasha. Shameless plug. But Inuyasha just had that shit locked in. It's like when I think of 90s anime, I definitely have like go-tos. If I were to show somebody who like didn't watch 90s anime, like
Yeah.
how do I get that art style or what art style are y'all even talking about? I'd probably show them Inuyasha. I would definitely show them Yu Yu Hakusho, and I'd probably show them maybe one Studio Ghibli movie, maybe one or two, maybe one or
Hmm.
two
I feel like Studio Ghibli is like the easiest gateway for like
Yeah.
non-anime people.
for sure.
Inuyasha is like very well rounded, I guess. Um, Before I knew the word isekai, I didn't realize that Inuyasha was an isekai. So I was like, oh, maybe I can't say that it was. I don't have enough knowledge, but it felt like it was the first of its time before the isekai generation that's happening right
Oh
now.
man.
All right,
Yes.
all right, okay.
Yes.
Isekai is I got a lot
But
to
it
say
was
about
though.
isekai,
It
bro.
was
Yeah,
though.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Damn, not a yeah. Actually, it is an isekai. Damn,
Yep.
Right?
damn.
Blew my brain. I was like, one day I was just like looking at like, isekai genre in general, and people were like, yeah, have you guys ever realized that? And I think there was like a Reddit forum where they were like,
Mm.
Inuyasha is an isekai, and I was like, I
Just
everything just
shocked.
dropped in my head. I was
Just
like, holy
shocked.
crap.
I was like, no way. I was like looking at it like, damn, ain't no way it's an isekai. And then I really started putting stuff together just now, and I was like, fuck, it is an isekai.
Yep.
Damn, and it was
the
crazy.
first of its kind, at least for me, or its time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Damn. Like, I don't know. Me personally, well, this might be like a more new gen isekai thing because I feel like old isekai was okay, but like we just have so many isekai anime
It's
right
just too
now.
many.
It's
It's too
just
many.
it's saturated. The market
Yeah.
is definitely oversaturated, which is like another thing about new gen anime
Yeah.
versus like 90s anime. It's like it just feels like, Ellis, to go to your point, like I've seen it. Like all the characters are starting to look like I can compare them, or like I've seen this genre or style before, but I saw
Yeah.
it done better in an older show. So
Right.
especially with Isekai. Isekai is a big fucking offender for that. Because
It is.
goddamn, how many can you get? Really, how many can you?
Now,
How
don't
I
many
mean,
people can you
I
bring
mean,
to a different world?
you even see like in the parody isekai like Konosuba or like
Yeah.
the overly cautious hero that they create
yes.
Oh, I love that. I
characters.
love that show.
That
That is
one's a
one
good one.
show. I
They
love that one.
create characters like what's his name from Sword Art Online, because that was like when isekai blew up. They create parody
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
characters that look
Yep.
just like him to
Yep.
emphasize,
Yes.
obviously that isekai feel like all the same. But yes, that's an amazing point. And now that, like, if I really think about it, anime from the 90s and early 2000s, the genres were like more dispersed. It wasn't
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
shonen heavy, it wasn't like isekai heavy. Like you
Mhm.
had romance, one that I think about that got like a reboot was Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket
Yeah.
was animated like I think late 90s, early 2000s.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
obviously that stopped because the mangaka and the people who were like adapting the story did
Mhm.
not do it the way that she wanted. So they like did one season. It never got animated again for another like 20 something years until they were able to find the studio to animate it the way that the manga went. So they kind of gave it like a Brotherhood reboot to some extent. So it has brand new animation now, but it aired way back then. And the style is so different, so much so
Yep.
that I was like, damn, I kind of miss the old
I
style.
kind of
I wish
missed the
they
old. Yep.
Yes.
yeah,
I
I
missed
wish
the
they would
old
have
one.
completed this story, but it's such a good romance and the character depths are so good and it's so unique too. Fruits Baskets,
Yes.
it's such a great romance, but like you can't find romance in that unique context anymore because there's this
Yeah.
oversaturation of every other genre now. It's like
Mhm.
insane.
Yeah.
And
100%. Go ahead, Ellis.
another
Go.
another point that I was thinking while y'all were talking is just the atmosphere and the settings of the different shows. Like when I see Berserk, one of the darkest shows ever. I like that dark setting. I like Cowboy Bebop's feel. It has a jazzy hip hop,
Little hip hop vibe.
electro.
Yeah.
Another thing, the 90s soundtrack, it was a whole
Ooh,
different
yeah.
vibe
We
with
got we
that
got to
too.
talk about that because
Cowboy
hey.
Bebop has a really good soundtrack.
Top 5.
Mhm. Oh, that's
But
Yeah.
yeah,
definitely top
that's
5.
Cowboy Bebop is definitely the when it comes to atmosphere, uh it was space. It made me get into space more. Like I was never really a sci-fi type person
Yeah.
until
Huh.
I saw and sci-fi. That's my y'all. That's my thing.
Yep. 100%.
But I really didn't get into sci-fi action like that until I really watched Cowboy Bebop or like Big O. If y'all remember that, if you know, you know.
You know.
You
You
watch Big
know.
O. If you watched it was another one where this main character he had like a harem of alien girls. I don't know I forgot what the show it was called. I know it sounds crazy, but
It sounds familiar, sadly.
yes,
Not gonna hold you. That's why I was laughing. I was like, bro, I promise you, if I saw a clip from it, I would know it. I promise
no,
you.
Mushi Tensho, something like that.
Mu,
Tensho Muyo, I
Mushoko
don't know,
Tenchi.
something like that,
So
something like that.
yeah.
But it had a space type of feel to it. I just like the vibe.
Mhm.
Love it.
Telling you, they knew how to convey what they wanted to convey because
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
did.
have like all the digital 3D CGI, which like new gen adding CGI and like 3D visuals, it's kind of like necessary now.
Yeah,
'Cause I
it really
mean,
depends, because
yeah,
I guess it going to like 90s. I know we're talking a lot about like how great 90s is, but obviously because technology back then and the way that I feel like we get so many action now, it it
yeah.
it is hard for you to animate the choreography that you get now in later new gen anime. I don't see how easy it could be to do like a 90s style artistic way
Mhm.
of doing anime and do the fights that we got like from JJK season 2.
I don't think you
Mhm.
could.
No.
Because like imagine Sukuna versus Maharaga in like 90s anime art style.
Nah,
I
it's not
literally don't
happening.
think it would work. I don't think it would
Mm-mm.
work.
Tenchi
So
Muyo. That's what it was. Tenchi Muyo.
That sounds very
I looked it
familiar.
on. I looked it on my
I
phone.
swear I hold on. Literally,
I had to look it up.
Oh
Tenshi,
no.
Tenchi Muyo.
because I gotta.
And it's like different.
Oh, fuck! Hang on, y'all
You know
keep
what I'm
talking,
talking
but
about now?
yeah, hold on, bro, because I swear to God, I know
This
this.
dude
I
had
swear to
like
God, I know this.
he was the main
I
character.
have
He
seen
had like
this.
a
Yeah.
hair of girls
Let me see,
from
bro.
outer space. I don't
Yeah.
know what that was.
No,
But yeah,
Let me see, bro.
It's crazy. Talking about weird anime from not weird, I guess not weird, but like weird, but not weird. Fooly Cooly. It's only 6 episodes.
Yeah,
That
that one.
I did not realize how heavy some of the subtext was. What it was in that until I watched it, like when I was like in my early 20s. I was like,
yes.
bro, what is this? I watched this when I was like 9. I shouldn't have.
Yeah, it
Facts.
was a different type of that show was I never seen a robot come out of a forehead. I'm like, yo, what is
Yes.
Yeah,
what
bro.
is this
Yes.
show?
This is
And like
insane.
I was young, but I was like still like old enough to know that there was like sexual jokes in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This show
Yeah,
was crazy.
Fully Cooley had a bunch of sexual jokes. Like, not gonna lie.
I mean, that's that was the whole point though of Fooly
Yeah.
Cooly is like he's coming into adolescence and puberty and you
Mhm.
know, these are like his emotions, his feelings, you know.
Facts. Dang.
Yeah,
I fuck with
I
Fully
had
Cooley.
to I had to think of what that show was. I was like, this is gonna bother me if I don't know
But
what it is.
yeah, I'm telling you, when you think about a show, it's like, bro, I know it. I swear I know it. It's like right here. I know it. I swear. Dang, bro. But that's all that I got. Did y'all get y'all thoughts out and everything?
So I
About-
remember you having another topic towards like some of your favorite scenes.
Yeah,
Of the
yeah. Some of
90s?
your favorite scenes of like 90s anime and stuff like that.
Okay, I got a few.
Okay.
I got a few. I jotted them down. So
Oh, boy took notes.
for the first time, yeah. Cowboy Bebop, episode 5.
Damn. Specific.
Yeah.
Very. This is my
Frame
show. I'm
500
telling
out
you.
of 560.
Not that specific, but this is
Yeah.
my you can if I were to recommend a Cowboy Bebop to a newcomer, I'd be like, yo, if you want to get straight to it, watch episode 5. That's where you see I just drew a blank, but that's when shit pops off, and that's when the characters and that's when all the fight scenes, the action really come together, and it showcases of what 90s action is. With Spike and Vicious going at it with the sword and the gun, and the animation just peak. Another scene that I would say is Yu Yu Hakusho, of course, but I'm not gonna add in Yusuke. I'm actually gonna add in Hiei. When Hiei was fighting Bui at the tournament, when he had that darkness of the Dragon of the Darkness Flame, when he showed that power for the first time, and you could see like whenever he raised his hand and the black flame came up and the shirt was ripping off, and I'm like, okay, this is dope.
It's different. Yeah.
This is different. Yeah. Ghost in the Shell, the movie, first scene, flawless. Even now, even today, I'm like, damn, bro. I forgot the creator who made the movie, but he was ahead of his time when he was making that. That was completely different. Perfect Blue. That's my
I
movie.
hear a lot of good stuff. I haven't seen that one.
I know you don't like horror like that.
I know.
So you have to if you ever do decide to watch that, you have to be mentally prepared. Let's just say that.
Okay.
It's
So
one
like
of, it's one of them
right.
psychological.
You know, I don't mind psychological ones. Like the ones that bother me are the ones that are like gory and gruesome. It's the
Like-
blood effect from horror that like creeps me out. It's not really like the psychological part, because I guess you could say like I like suspense thrillers and stuff like that. Like those are fine for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
She probably
yeah,
wouldn't like some shit like Devilman Crybaby or something like that. She probably
Oh my god. So much
Yeah.
I
trauma.
wouldn't recommend that
Yeah,
too.
wouldn't
Someone-
recommend that.
All right, someone made me watch all 10 episodes in one night. I had nightmares for
In one night?
days. In one night.
In one night is crazy.
In one night. I was ready to like throw up after the whole thing was done.
Damn.
Yikes.
There's another show like that. But there's just so many like awkwardly traumatic horror anime. It's just
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would not recommend that. I would not recommend. Again,
It's-
like you have to be prepared. I know it's
Yeah.
more of a psychological thriller, but Perfect Blue, it's got some scenes in there to where it's like, but
I hear it's good. I hear it's
it's
good.
good.
And
It's-
it's acclaimed. So like it's hovering there on my list, you know. It's on my, you know, should we touch it or shouldn't we touch it?
I
Gray
recommend
zone.
yeah.
I recommend it.
It's
Um,
for what
yeah,
it is. Yes, it's good. It's
All
good.
right.
Neon Genesis Evangelion, that's another one. As far and I'm not a mecha anime person.
So no
but-
Gundam?
No, I never really got
tried to get
into
into Gundam. I really tried to get into Gundam. I don't know what it
All
is.
right.
I was like,
So that's a little different than for me because Gundam
Yeah.
Wing, when I was growing up, was like the thing. You know, I was into
Mhm.
that before I was into Transformers.
really?
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
but-
know. Just I don't even think I missed the Gundam wave. I think I just wasn't paying attention to the Gundam wave, honestly. So
That's fair. But yeah, Neon Genesis Evangelion, that's it deals with mecha stuff. You got these middle schoolers going into these giant ass robots defending the world, and they get
True.
put through so much trauma, and it's crazy. But it's just with that animation and the fight scenes with the mechas and the aliens, it's super dope. So
Facts.
for all the people who haven't watched Evangelion, highly recommend.
Facts. Dang, I'm really trying to think if there's any
I
like
feel like cliche for me is forever going to be engraved in my memory until I'm dead is Gohan going Super Saiyan 2.
Yep.
That
I was
is-
just about to say
Favorite
that. I was just about to
Forever,
say that.
forever engraved. If we're going to talk about something that will stay with me forever, is that very moment. And I'm like, yeah, Gohan's like my favorite character. And we were at the same age when I was like watching that. I was like, yeah, I want to be a Super Saiyan.
Yep.
Yep, 100%, man. I look, that scene crazy. Android 16 talking to Gohan and so it's like, hey, bro, shut up.
Shut up.
Bro, I'm telling you, watching that for the first time was insane. I was like, damn, what the fuck?
Mhm.
It was so good.
I was like, are 9-year-olds supposed to be this strong? Like,
yeah, I was
Right.
like, damn, bro, you
yes, he
how
wasn't even
mad
like
are you?
he wasn't even like 12 or anything like that yet. Maybe he was, but like I
I-
feel like when they first introduced him, he was like 9. Maybe he was 12 at the time when he went Super Saiyan 12. But he was at that age that normally in anime,
Yeah.
even for anime that's about like young adults or like
Yeah.
teenagers, I was like the age bar is too low here.
Yeah, that's one
Very.
thing that really doesn't get like brought up a lot is technically Teen Gohan was like, that motherfucker was like 11 or 12, bro. Adult Gohan is like 16.
Yeah,
Top
yeah.
17.
He's like 16, 17.
Yeah, because he's in high school and he's
Mhm.
adult Gohan. And bro
Yes,
was
I
fighting,
know.
like Boo and shit. I'm like, dude,
Mhm.
go
That
take
that
your
shit was
test.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, man. Gohan is a fire character, but he got hoed. Oh my god, they hoed him in Super.
Yeah, they
They put a fucking
Oh my
green
God.
tracksuit on that boy. He looked like an IT worker.
Again,
I've seen that. It looks
again,
horrible.
with the
Oh my.
consistency, you get 90s Gohan and you get Ultimate Gohan. That was his peak. And then you
Facts.
get Gohan Super with he looks
The green tracksuit and the glasses. I'm like, bro, you
They
don't fix my
ruined
computer.
him.
You
He
don't
was
fix
like my
fucking computer,
favorite
Gohan.
character from like the 90s. Like
Mhm.
you can't get a more badass, I guess, child character
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like Gohan, you know?
Yeah. If you really think about it, like I really be telling people, Gohan been through the trenches his whole life. His entire life.
Yeah.
Bro was
Yep.
like
Yo.
on Namek at like 6 or 7 getting his neck snapped by Raccoon. Like shit was sweet. Bro, no.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
bro.
So I got the I have the Dragon Ball Z collection and
Mhm.
I just popped it in and just to start from like when Raditz came down.
Yeah.
So after they defeated him, Piccolo grabbed him up, put him in a wasteland. He said, "All right, look, your dad is dead. You're gonna be training with me. I'm gonna leave you here for 6 months. to figure it out, and I'm come back.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I forgot how long
Yeah.
I forgot how
Yeah.
long that was.
I forgot it was like 6 months, bro. Just
Oh my
left him
God.
for 6
I
months.
feel like what Dragon Ball Z was, maybe I'm like gassing it. Dragon Ball Z was the inventor of tournament arcs, training arcs,
No,
and
for
like
sure.
dead absentee daddies.
Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
For sure, bro. Dragon Ball Z put that shit on the map. They
Oh
said,
my God.
"Oh,
And now everybody get a dad or a dead
Yep.
dad or absentee daddy. And I'm just like, bruh, the daddy issues
yep,
are
daddy
real.
issues are real." I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's main character checklist. All right, let's give him. Let's kill his dad. Let's let's give him a training arc.
Oh,
Wait.
man.
And the tournament arc. We gotta add the
Oh, and the
tournament arc.
tournament and the
arc,
tournament arc
yep.
for sure, for
But
sure.
I feel like 90s anime really made tournament arcs a thing, you
They
know?
did.
Yeah.
They did.
That's why we got the
It's-
tournaments now. It's super
Yeah.
dope, but
They may have helped invent a lot of the tropes that we have today that I hate
Oh, of
so
course.
much, you know,
Mhm.
because sometimes they just feel forced. You know, it's like, why the hell do we have a training arc right now? Why the
Yeah.
hell do we have a tournament arc right now?
Yeah.
This doesn't need to happen.
Mhm. 90s anime actually had some fire training arcs too. When Goku was going to Namek and you see him training under that, like I think it's like 100 times gravity. Well, I started cranking out them push-ups. I said, "Hey, we
The
there."
gravity, what the time capsule, what was it?
Mhm.
The
Yep.
hyperbolic time chamber.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I don't know. It's
That's
just training arcs were just different back then. They were just
when I go to the gym or when I like work out really hard, I'm like, yo, I gotta lock in. I gotta put myself in the hyperbolic time chamber for a little
facts.
bit and
A
then go
little
come out
bit.
You
stronger.
know what?
Yep.
I'm gonna say that JJK really takes the cake for me on that one when I go to the gym, just because the way
Okay.
the way Mappa draws those characters, you know,
Yes.
it's like all of them are buff, even the women are buff, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
aiming
bro.
for JJK goals.
Yep. Yep.
Man, yeah.
Telling you,
The
bro. I remember when the one episode dropped with like Nanami. Everybody and their mama was going crazy. Y'all know the episode I'm talking about. Everybody and their mama was going crazy
Who
when
doesn't?
when he walked out wrapping the tie around his wrist, bro. Threads, Twitter, everything blowing up.
Oh my God.
How do I get Nanami body? I'm like, bro. All right. All right.
Wait, so I have a quick question for both of you because I feel like, you know, Ellis, when you were talking about just like how you never were really into sci-fi before, but then you
Yeah.
watched something that kind of like, you know, helped trigger that. Do
Mhm.
you think that like 90s anime helped like influence like interests outside of anime, like either maybe values that you have too and things of that nature? Because I started thinking about it to myself. I was like, damn, you know, watching a lot of 90s anime influence like just the way that I see myself as a woman watching Sailor Moon, like how I feel like about, you know, what my capabilities could be, obviously not in the magical sense because magic is not real, but
For sure.
but like it just helped like fortify certain ideas for myself, and it also garnered certain interest outside of anime for me. Do you feel like, you know, 90s anime did that for you in any way? If it did it for you, like in what ways? And also like, you know, do you feel like that's why you have an attachment to 90s animes too?
Mm.
That is a really good question.
Go ahead, Ellis. You want to go
Kudos
first?
to you.
That's a
But
good
yeah,
question.
and I know this sounds super cliche, but Goku is one of my Gohan is my favorite character in Dragon Ball, but Goku really showed me, yo, you've been through so much, but like just through hard work and getting through those obstacles that you went through, you can do
Mhm.
anything and everything. Like
Yep.
anything that you want, not anything, but anything that you can, it's feasible. And he really showed me to like just never give up, even when you feel discouraged, even when you feel like there's little to no hope.
Mhm.
Just keep going because like you literally right there at the
Yeah.
end of the tunnel,
Mhm.
and you'll definitely get through it because when Vegeta came down, pulled up, he was like, "Yo, I'm the Prince of all Saiyans. Like my talent alone will dust everybody up." But
Mhm.
no, when Goku came with that hard work and effort, when he was training with King Kai, when he ran across Snake Way, that hard work, Vegeta was like, and then when he did the Kaioken, and Vegeta was like, "Oh, he's at my level."
Mhm.
This low class Saiyan is at my level.
Yep.
Even Frieza. Like Frieza has not trained a day in his life up until then. And for a lowly Saiyan 8 to
Pride hurt.
come along
Pride hurt.
and be at his
Yeah.
level, oh, that hurt. That hurt his
Mhm.
pride.
Yep.
So
100%.
hard work, dedication.
Yeah.
All right.
That really stuck with me.
I gotta say the same thing, man. Goku, it was Goku and honestly a little bit of Vegeta too. Cause just that like motivation to work hard, that motivation to keep training, and then Goku's ideology of like no matter how bad things get, you can always get excited, you can always smile, you can always overcome any challenge that's in front of you. Cause I like how you brought up the Goku and Vegeta fight. Cause like when they were fighting, Goku was like, yeah, and like a lot of danger right now, but I'm still getting a little excited, still a little hype. So even when like the world was at stake, he was like, no, there's still a reason I can smile. And that really hit me, man. Cause like sometimes, as adults in life, like a lot of stuff happens and it can feel like everything is kind of coming in at once and you start to feel defeated. But if you can find like one reason, just one reason to keep smiling, you good. That's what Goku taught me as a kid, and that's still like the same ideology that I have as an adult now, like with jobs and shit like that. Like no matter how bad stuff get, it's gonna be okay. We'll be
Yeah.
okay. We'll be fine. But shout out to Vegeta too. Vegeta taught me, hey, bro, we throwing hands, we boxing, we boxing.
Oh yeah.
I didn't appreciate Vegeta enough as a kid. As I continued to grow older, I
Yeah.
was like, damn, he's a really good character. I'm starting to like him more and more.
So you gotta think when Vegeta. So Goku turned Super Saiyan off of his anger. Trunks turned Super Saiyan off of his anger. Vegeta turned Super Saiyan, but okay, he was angry, but Goku and Trunks had specific situations where they turned Super Saiyan. You got Krillin died, Gohan, future Gohan died.
Yeah.
Vegeta turned Super Saiyan off the sheer will alone. He was
He
like,
was
I
like,
want
bro,
to become a Super Saiyan.
I still remember his
Yeah.
speech. How he was like, I didn't care anymore. I didn't care about being better than Kakarot. I was like,
So many
bro.
memes to that shit.
And then I just snapped. So many memes, bro. So many memes of that moment, man. Shout out to Vegeta. Yeah, he literally did. I'm telling you, the first time like I saw Vegeta pull up as a Super Saiyan, I was like, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way,
That was
boy.
a special moment.
Ain't no way. And he knocked the fuck out of Android 19. We finna talk about that because he beat the fuck out that boy, bro. He kicked his ass out the frame. Like,
Yeah.
damn. You know how hard a nigga gotta kick you out the frame, bro? Like,
What?
kicked him into the next scene, bro. Like, what?
Oh yeah, he was scared.
Into
He was
next
scared.
week's episode.
It's next week's episode,
Literally.
bro. If the episode would have ended after Android 19 got kicked, I would have lost my shit, bro.
Bro,
the
you
credits just
literally
start
had-
rolling.
You literally had the narrator say, all right, so what's gonna happen to Android 19? We're gonna find out next week.
Bro,
Another episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Bro, I'm telling you, the look of fear in that motherfucker's eyes when he got the fucking boot mark on his face. I'm like, do you know how hard a nigga gotta kick you to leave a boot mark in your face? Like, come on, bro.
Like,
But and also another, and I know I keep going back to Dragon Ball Z because it's one of the Akira Toriyama.
it really
pen
shaked
game-
us.
His
Guys.
pen game was amazing.
Pen game was incredible.
Yeah.
You gotta stay humble. You gotta stay humble with some of the stuff because you may think you're the best at what you're doing, but there's somebody out there that's just as good, if not better than you. I learned that firsthand on Tekken. But anyway, that jokes aside,
Oh my goodness.
Vegeta, when he embarrassed Android 19, now you got Android 18 to deal with. The fact that you lost and she broke your arm, the fact that you lost is one. That's Vegeta. That hurts. But the fact that you lost to a girl, oh man, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
Hurt. I'm telling you,
Gotta
hey,
hurt.
Oh
all I know
my.
is ever since that moment, that left arm been hindering that boy. Anytime he gets hurt,
every time pose it.
anytime bro gets hurt, he be I'm like, bro, pop it back in the socket, bro. Come on, pop it back in the socket. Like,
Oh
fuck.
man.
Damn.
Yeah, the characters back then really had you like going. it's solidified like just how you feel about stuff, and I
Mhm.
think that just makes it so much easier. Like you think about a tough time, and then you think about to that one anime from the 90s that like got you going. But I will say though, like as great as the 90s was, the
Mhm.
lack of diversity in characters and
This is true.
the
Yeah.
way that like Naruto, I'm so sorry, like does their women characters hurt my soul so badly.
That's a big thing. It just
Yeah.
feels like every woman in Naruto kind of just got like pushed off to the side, and they had a lot of potential to be
Yeah.
great. They had their moments where they were great,
Oh
but
no,
it's
absolutely.
yeah, but it's just like weird how like to the side they got pushed, and that's one thing that it's kind of I don't know if like a whole anime trope in general, but Dragon Ball is a big offender of this. I can critique the
Oh
fuck out
yeah.
of Dragon Ball for this, like pushing off side characters to where they're just not relevant anymore. Like, who the fuck is asking for Sakura and Shippuden? Who the hell is going to be like, we need Sakura?
She had like she had opportunities to get more screen time, and I don't think like and it's not like she wasn't strong or anything like that.
Hmm.
It's just like she got shafted, and it
Yeah,
was
Mhm.
like, oh,
yeah,
wonderful. I love this. You know,
yeah,
this is more reason why I don't love Naruto as much as all of the Naruto fandom loves Naruto.
yeah. Like when I first saw Tsunade and they were talking about how she's like one of the greatest Sanin and stuff like that. So
They put her on the
much
bench.
they
Yep.
put her on the bench. They benched her. She's a bench warmer. She's not even a starting player anymore. She's a bench warmer. And she had all that potential to just be like amazing. She had her moments too. She definitely had her moments, but they're outshined by like the main cast moments, which I feel like me personally, I think Tsunade was definitely like a main cast character, but
She
Yeah,
had
when she
potential to
pulled
be
up,
like in it.
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
She
when
definitely
she
got
pulled
put in the
up,
Hokage seat and just
she was one of the legendary signing, and I'm
yeah.
like,
And she was boxing.
okay,
She had moments
you,
where she was boxing, bro.
yeah.
Facts.
Then
So
unfortunately,
and yeah, it's
Gohan
definitely
Shifted
treatment.
to the side. Yeah. I think
she
that's
got the
why I
Gohan
like
treatment.
Bleach so much though, because Bleach not only you had good representation of like black or people of color characters,
Mhm.
but like the fact that they introduced Rukia straight up from the front and you knew she was like a badass. I was
Yep.
like, all
Yeah,
right, I could mess with Bleach because you guys like do this well.
yeah.
But I feel like anime today, like you talk about Undead Unluck, I started loving Undead Unluck because Fuko's character just became really badass in the manga. And I was like, yes,
Mhm.
this is a new anchor anime manga for me because the way you treat your MC who's a woman is just phenomenal.
I love it.
100%, man. I
Yep.
love Undead Unluck. That I'm telling you, Undead Unluck really felt like a breath of fresh air when I felt myself just getting tired of like regular shonen. I started
Yes.
reading it. I was like, damn,
It's
damn,
breaking
like,
the mold for me. That free
hmm.
run, and I don't know if you guys are reading Dan Da Dan.
I
I heard about
seen
it.
that. I
I
have
heard
not
about it. Yeah.
read it. I have
Yeah,
not
so,
read it.
like, they have their own female MC along with another male MC, kinda like the duality with Undead Unluck where you got Andy and
Hmm.
Fuko. This time
Mhm.
you got Momo and Okarun. They're both
Yeah.
MCs, but, like, Momo is just such a great character. Like, she's goofy, she's confident, she's fun,
Hmm.
she's witty, but she doesn't come without her own, like, flaws. She's, like, petty, you know, lots of jealousy. So she's just, like, a great character.
Hmm. There's honestly like you have to scour to find them, but there's a lot of anime that actually have like amazing female leads, like amazing. I think one of my favorite female leads in like all of anime is Kill la Kill, bro. Kill la Kill is
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
amazing, bro. Yeah, yeah. Kill la Kill.
alright.
I've rewatched that like 4 or 5 times, bro. Because she starts off as a badass. Like she literally
Mhm.
just starts off as a badass, and she only gets
But
better.
wait, she's super scantily clad though.
I was gonna say that.
We
I
don't
was
talk
gonna.
about that.
Yeah,
We don't
so that's my
we
problem.
yeah,
That's
we
my
don't talk
problem
about
is
that.
that
She's
they
a
create like
badass.
these
Yes.
badass characters and then they
Yeah.
also make them scantily clad. So then it's like it feels like they just neutralize some of that character where it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
for
are
sure.
you telling me a woman can't be badass without some scantily clad clothing?
Yeah, that's the part that I'm like, eh. But as far as like attitude and personality goes, like, yeah, she's definitely up there as like badass female MC.
Mm,
I really wish they would have redone the whole scantily clad shit though. Cause it just feels like if you're gonna have a strong personality like her as a like lead character, she doesn't need to be forced in like this fucking Goku uniform that literally covers
yeah.
nothing. So
Another. I don't know if y'all have seen Claymore, but
Oh,
yep,
I heard
that's
that one
a
has a really
yep.
good strong female. Like the MC is a woman, and like
Mhm.
yes.
from the
It,
clips that I've seen, I'm like, I could get with this, but I heard that the blood is like top notch. So I'm like,
So I will say it's giving Berserk vibes.
one that I won't
So
touch.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I
Berserk.
don't know if I'd recommend, but as far as female lead, and she has on like a full body armor, and
Yeah.
she's
Mhm.
dope. She's a dope character. So
Yep.
it's yeah, the game has definitely changed when it comes to like female leads. I was gonna ask y'all, is story writing or is the storylines, are they better than, which is better, 90s or current anime today as far as
As
story
far as
goes?
story, I gotta
Um,
say 90s, bro.
yeah,
I gotta say
it's the
90s.
90s.
It's just
You
because, like I
can't.
was talking about, bro, that visual storytelling is insane. Like
I
the
mean,
way
it's not
they,
just the story visual, it's also
yeah,
just like the story itself. They take time to craft the story.
mhm,
Nowadays, you like watch a story like, everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people like My Hero Academia, right? The story
Mhm.
doesn't feel unique. It feels like very, you know, sans salt. Um,
yeah,
but it's popular, people like it. I watch it, to see where like Deku ends up, but I don't
mhm,
watch it for like the story, I should say.
yeah,
Right.
and
Okay.
yeah, that makes sense. Like I
I
just feel like older anime story wise, they definitely had a lot more time and care into actually creating like a full fledged story.
Right.
But one of the And I'm telling you, JJK, I like JJK, I promise y'all, but like JJK fails in a lot of
It
aspects.
feels like
Like
they shaft the story a little bit. Yeah.
it, and I have like a JJK
I'm here for the
stan.
plot.
Yeah, I have a
yeah.
JJK like stan that I fucking work
Yes.
with. And I was telling him, like, yeah, JJK's story really just doesn't make sense to me, bro. Maybe I'm not like all the way caught up. He's like, what do you mean? How does it not make sense? And I'm like, they literally say, like, oh, yeah, you're going to take all the fingers and then we're going to kill you.
I mean, I like that concept about the story because they make it very straightforward. But
Mhm.
my biggest thing about the story recently happened when season 2 ended. And they were just like, "Oh, so no one knows that Ghetto is fake Ghetto, and
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
just gonna pretend." And
we're
I'm
just
like,
going to,
I'm sitting there for a minute, like very long time, like with the episode pause, the very last episode. I'm like, did I miss something, or is this like
Yeah.
really
I
bad
was like
story
that.
writing?
it's bad
Yeah.
story writing. It's definitely bad story writing because we're just like
Uh,
not going to talk about it. Like, we're just not
I'm
going to
like, so
mention it.
was no one present for it? And like, I had to think about it. I was like, all right, so Mei Mei saw him, right? Who
mhm.
else saw him? Gojo saw him. Obviously,
Mhm.
Yuji knows, but like, there have to be other people that saw or heard about fake Ghetto, but we're just all gonna pretend that it didn't happen, and we're
Yeah.
just gonna like say like anyone who tries to release Gojo is like, a traitor, and Yuji needs to be killed immediately.
Yep. Yep.
Interesting.
Story
I would
wise, JJK is like
I'm
It's like
actually
it's like
on
murky. It's like
it's real
murky.
yeah,
murky.
I'm actually on the opposite side when it comes to story.
Ah, really?
Really?
Uh,
Okay, okay. You have to
I
but
drop
gotta I
some.
gotta hear it. I really gotta hear it
but
'cause
but hear me out, hear me out.
I'm locked
So
in my beliefs.
y'all made some good points as far as what it is now. I'm counting more like early 2000s. I don't know if I can like count that as far as current
What's
because
early
you got
2000s?
like Death Note,
I
When
mean,
Monster,
did it come out? When did it?
2000
2007, 2008.
I feel like new
around
gen.
that time.
Yeah, I feel like new gen probably should have the cutoff of like 2013 because that's when Attack on Titan and all that shit started coming out and animation started looking a little better. So I probably get at like a little cutoff. I think Death Note is fine though.
Okay,
Death Note
Yeah,
is
Death
okay.
Note
So
has really good storytelling.
yeah.
when I think of yeah, I'm thinking more of the like the early 2000s, not so
Mhm.
much now, but that's why I say as far as story, they were killing it with. I don't know if y'all seen Monster, but highly recommend.
You put me on that, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that easily stuck in my top 10 of all time.
Mhm.
All
Um,
right.
I would even nah, I don't want to say that
Go ahead, say
because
it, bro.
Say it,
Go ahead,
say it.
say it.
the
Say it.
same the same people who made Death Note made Monster. So,
Wait, like the mangaka or like
the anime or
The
the
adaptation, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
okay.
No, same creator for both.
Okay, okay. So the
Um,
mangaka, because I know Death Note writer, he also created Bakuman. I don't know if you ever heard of that, and also created Platinum End.
I did not know that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, he was the same creator who made Monster.
Interesting. Okay.
Um, damn, Death Note is good, but I don't know if I can. They're like this.
Say it.
I can't.
No, they're
Just
not.
say it.
Because I like
Say
Death
it.
Note.
Just say it, bro. You're trying to take the safe route. We don't take the safe route on this show, bro. Just say it.
I'm not gonna say Monster is better than Death Note. Fuck, I'm gonna say it. Fuck, I'm gonna say
Yes,
it.
sir.
Just say it.
You say
You
it,
already
bro.
said it. You
Yeah,
already
I have
said
to
it.
say-
You basically already said it, bro. That's
You
the
already
title of the
said it.
episode. Monsters
Fuck.
better than Death Note. That's, that's the title of the episode.
I hate that I'm saying that now, but it's like it's too late. So
Why do
Yeah.
you hate that you're saying that? I think it's
because
it's fine.
Death Note is in my it's in my top 10 too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But chronologically, I'm gonna have to give it to Monster. If you like
And there we have it.
That's the answer.
psychological thriller, like back and forth, that's
Mhm.
where Death Note got that from. Because Monster came
Okay.
out first, and then it was Death Note.
Ah, all right.
So
That's
yeah,
interesting.
Death
Okay.
Note. I mean, Monster is. Yeah.
Go ahead, say it again so it feel real.
Nah, I already said it. It's already done. Y'all can
Yeah,
go back and watch
I'm
it.
instigating.
Y'all
I'm
can
instigating
rewatch
like
it.
a
I already
It's like I'm not trying to have people cut
Yeah.
clips of me saying this, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's already hurting me right here. But
It's okay,
yeah,
bro.
Monster
Oh my god.
It's okay,
Monster is good.
bro. Hell
I'm
yeah.
Yeah, no.
done.
That's all I got.
Hell yeah.
90s is the best. 90s era is anime is super dope, and it will forever be in our top 10, I would say, of any Dragon Ball Z or Sailor Moon or
Yeah.
Trigun. One of those is in your top 10.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Even like new gen anime watchers, they have to at least have one.
They gotta respect it.
Anime. They have gotta respect it. Even if it's out of pure respect, I'm fine with it, bro. Like just say Dragon Ball.
But
Z
I
on
mean, you
top,
know
bro.
what? New gen watchers, I feel like most of them got into anime because of Naruto. I feel like that's the most popular reason
Yeah.
that people who are like new gen watchers love it. So it's not, and yes, Naruto was like early 2000s. I think the manga came out like in 2000 or 2001 or 2002. It's like in there, and then it got animated a little bit later. But that's like people's like anchor and starting point for loving Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen and Hell's Paradise and Chainsaw Man. That was their origin story, whereas like our origin story was more like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, right?
Yep.
So I think there's some understanding and respect there, but you know, I almost feel like it was taboo for me to say like Free Run is like in my top 5 right now just because it is so new.
Yeah. Hey, it's your list.
It's your list.
No, I'm cool with it, but for a moment it felt taboo because I was like, man, it's not from like, you know, the beginning. It's not from like the time where storytelling and like, you know, the character building was so like, I don't know, great.
Yeah. I do feel like if your top 5 doesn't have at least like one show from the 90s, like real diehard anime watchers are probably gonna want to judge you because it's like you don't respect my fucking era. Like, no, bro. It's just
I mean, it is what it is. Like
it is what it is. At the end of the day,
what it is.
Like,
people are gonna love what they're gonna love, right?
Exactly.
But personally, definitely 90s is really like the place where things take off for anime in America. Like storytelling, a lot of like people, like I don't know if you guys were on the whole like internet. Yes, you were when Kagurabachi blew up. The influencer, like the mangaka said that he was greatly influenced by John Wick movies and Naruto.
Hey, it's dope.
Yeah,
they
so
were
it's like
gassing that show. I mean, not show, anime, manga.
Are you guys still reading it?
I took a break. I
Alright.
I don't even know what volume or chapter I'm on, honestly.
I'm just curious.
I take a break.
All right.
There's so much I'm like reading and like watching. Like I had to take a break.
I understand completely.
For sure.
Are you caught up?
Yeah, I am. I actually just finished filming a video today on Kagurabachi because the phenomenon is really interesting to me, how it just got really blown up. And I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this with people, but that's a whole aside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I think that was definitely like a meme to just gas it up.
But it was a meme.
It actually is low key kind of hidden.
It's kind of good. Yeah.
It's kind of good. I thought it was like a Morbius thing where like it's so bad that it's good. No, this shit's actually legit fucking good. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, that the mangaka, that dude is like 22, 23, I swear. And he said that like the reason he like wrote this or got into like wanting to become a mangaka was Naruto. So there you have it.
Interesting.
Hey, shout out to Naruto, man. Shout out to Kagurabachi, man. Yeah. All right. Y'all got any other thoughts y'all want to get out before we close this out? GKG, got anything going on?
I am playing Star Wars. So I got 5 videos in the chamber right now. I just got to get my thumbnails together. But
Okay.
yeah, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is coming out. So good. It is so
Is it?
good.
Yeah.
I want to get back into gaming, and like there is not a game that's like, oh yeah, let me buy this, you know, because I
Yeah,
used
and
to
we
play
had
tons,
Yep.
but it just
Yep.
was like my games are like Kingdom Hearts, like Sly. I used to
Yep.
play the PS2 a ton, you
Yep.
know, but it was like after like the PS3 came out into the PS4 is when gaming started to get like very weird for me, and like my only anchors were like games that came out in the 90s that got like new games, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Remake. Yep. That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair. I
Damn, Sly
will
Cooper
say,
was
and we
crazy.
were texting about that that other day, and I will say 2023 has been one of the biggest years in gaming with so many variations. But if you are not a gamer, um, just look vicariously through my eyes as you watch me play these games. So yeah, Star Wars. I don't know if y'all are big Star Wars fans, but Star Wars is Jedi Survivor is super dope. Cal Kestis is him, and like I said, I got 5-6 videos in the chamber already that are coming out real soon. I just gotta make thumbnails for it. Stellar Blade, that's gonna come out next month. I'll be playing that, and I'm still on Baldur's Gate. That's
Love that game.
Won't finish that game till next year.
I love that game, bro.
Yeah,
I love that game. It's an
one of those
amazing
games
game.
that is like it's a super long game that you can literally do anything in.
Yep.
Like
That sounds
it's like
fun.
it's like a
It's
D&D
really fun.
style game. So literally you can do
Interesting.
anything
And
you want in that game.
I never got into D&D at
Me
all.
neither.
Yeah, I'm not into D&D.
My homie put me on the Baldur's
No.
Gate. He was like, "You should try it out. I know this isn't what you usually play, but you try it out." I was like, "Okay, cool."
You
I
can
made my
create your own character.
Bro.
I'm a
Okay.
rogue.
What are you? Are you a rogue?
I'm a half elf rogue, and I got a criminal background.
I'm a paladin. So I use
know
like
we're
heavy
nerding
armor
you
and
out
like a
with this
huge
shit.
sword, bro.
That
I
sounds
can
really
nerd.
fun.
I can nerd out about Baldur's Gate. If you want something to get immersed into, like there's so much lore behind Baldur's Gate. There's like the 9 hells, and there's demigods, and there's
Oh,
like
that sounds like fun. That sounds like
it
my
is fun.
alley.
there's a
It is fun.
lot, and you can make
Because I
your own
really like
background.
the whole Greek mythology thing and like
Yep.
things like that. My friend who's really into gaming, so I have a PS5 and a Switch.
Okay.
And she told me to get like Hades, but I'm just like,
Hades is good.
Hades is good.
okay.
Hades is
Hades
Like
really good.
I wanna buy it, but like I feel like I've dedicated so much time to like my YouTube channel and anime that I'm like, when am I gonna pick up my Switch again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
want to immerse myself in a game again because like I enjoyed playing, and when I do play, I have lots of fun. I get really obsessed with things. That's also why I haven't bought any games, because once I buy a game, I think that's probably it for me. You're not going to hear from me. You're not going to see me. The television is going to be the game all the time. So like I feel like it's hard for me to buy a game because of that, but then at the same time I want to have a lot of playing hours. I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm obsessed about it and then a week later I'm done. I'm going to be so mad.
Yeah, I will say, like, if you want to get really invested into a game, Baldur's Gate 3, I have 102 hours in that game, and I just touched the final act.
Oh my God.
That game is
touched the
super
final
long.
act. Literally, like, everybody you talk to could potentially have something for you to go do.
All right.
I could slap one of my members in the face, and I could go do something else random. Like the possibilities in this game is random.
I think during my first playthrough, like I accidentally threw like a fire spell or something, and I blew up like half my party, and they just got up like, "Damn, bro, what the fuck?" And I was like, "My fault,
Yeah,
my fault, y'all." And I had to
crazy.
reload because I was like, "Damn, they fucking died." Yeah, it's insane. There's like so many characters that are in the game. Like, I'm not gonna spoil stuff if you eventually do get it, but there's like devils in the game and like different races that have different lore and like class benefits for that specific class. It's such an innovative game.
So on my reels, that is the game with those dialogue clips. That's Baldur's Gate. So
All
like,
right.
of all the choices that I can do, I'm like, oh, I can kind of persuade you to do this, or I could talk my way out of some shit instead of fighting you head on. Because I know I'm gonna get my ass whooped. But
I tried to steal from like the vendor that's in the first village, and it was like, you've been caught pickpocketing. What do you say to defend yourself? And I was like, I'm sorry, here, take a bribe. He was like, nah, fuck that, run the smoke. And then he tried to fight me and he killed me. So
yeah, like this game is dope. It's dope. So if you really want to get back into and since you have a PS5, highly recommend.
Baldur's Gate.
Highly recommend.
Little shameless plug. Little Baldur's Gate. Think about it. Think about it. But yeah, is there anywhere we can find you? YouTube, Instagram? Go ahead, plug all your socials and stuff.
Yeah, so I want to say TikTok, but I've been so inactive on there. But you could find me on Instagram at its__animal. You can find me on YouTube at it's animal, just straight and simple. You could actually find me on Threads now. I've been super active on there lately. I don't know why, but like the community on there is very like, I don't know how to explain this. The Threads community is very like everything friendly. And in addition to that, it's not like shonen only. I've been talking to people about free run on there for weeks. I've been talking to people about like Apothecary Diaries for weeks. So like we haven't been talking about solo leveling. Like I haven't seen any solo leveling threads, and maybe it's just the algorithm, but it's been straight free run, Apothecary Diaries, A Sign of Affection, like all season on Threads.
Yep.
But yeah, you can find me on there too.
I'm on Threads too, but like I think I took a break from Threads because I legit just like forgot I had it. Because bro, we got Twitter, we had TikTok for a little bit, we got YouTube, Instagram, like we got a lot. It's tough keeping up with all of it. I
understand. That's why I've like just been like, oh, what's TikTok? You know, I got a message on TikTok the other day. I was like, oh, I still have a TikTok account. I forgot about that. But yeah, it's mainly Instagram. My Instagram handle is the same as my Threads handle. It's __animal. And then YouTube is where I post most of my content.
Nice. Well, we appreciate finally having you on.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right. Ellis, you all good? All right, y'all. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Deuces.
Bitch, I'm not gon' feel like I walk on water. I'm talking your bitch that he like I'm a toilet. Walk with the Glock, gonna fuck her about. Throw the boy out with his every place talking.